I'm gonna put together a build for you guys. I'm not sure how much it's gonna be. I'm not gonna do it for beginner. I'm gonna make it for an intermediate skier or above. Just because I don't know, I haven't reviewed enough beginner skis to know, and I don't want to recommend something that I haven't tried. So I'm just gonna make an intermediate to advanced skiers setup for a budget-friendly price. So let's see what we have for skis. My first instinct is to go with the QST 92. I called that the king of value. You don't have to go through this, but I like evo.com. I just think they're reliable. I like the customer support. It's easier for me to kind of do this all in one place with Evo. So let's see what kind of build we can make for you guys. Okay, Salomon QST 92. You can get this in the men's or the women's. I think this is a really good ski for people who like the groomers, but also want to be able to kind of go off trail more. So yeah, let's go with that. QST 92, $439.96. There we go. And you've got all available sizes. That's the difference with like really rummaging. And when you consider this is, I guess, still quite a lot more than 200, but that was for a beginner. So, okay, we got our skis. Now we need bindings still. Let's see if we can find any other better deals though, because that's a good deal, but that is a 2024 ski, and sometimes you can find 2023 skis. Okay, let's go Atomic Maverick. Yeah, you could get an 86C for $439, but I have not skied that ski, so I'm not going to suggest it unless I've skied it. Okay, but they've got some good bundles. You can get a Maverick 83 with bindings for $439. That's pretty good. That's really good. I haven't tried these skis, so I'm not going to recommend them. But I would say for an intermediate, an Atomic Maverick 83 with bindings for $439.96. That's kind of a good deal. I'm going to keep it to skis I've tried because I don't want to steer you guys wrong. Let's just search Evo for 2023 skis. Oh, Blizzard Rustler 11. Nordica Enforcers, not today. Oh man, there's some really good skis. I just haven't skied them yet, so I don't want to recommend them. You've got a Headcore 93, but the problem is they only have it in 156 or 163. That's too short. Blizzard Rustler 11. There we go. That's what I would do. $384.99. You're getting a powder ski though. Oh, that's a good deal, and I've skied it. Let's keep looking. Come on, I'm sure I can find a better deal. Here we go. Here we go. This is a really good value. This is what I'm talking about. And I have reviewed this ski. The video isn't up, but I have reviewed it. Okay. The Rossignol Experience 86 Basalt skis with Marker Griffin 13. You got an 86. That is a good deal. And that is a great all-mountain ski. Perfect 176 with bindings. That is the good deal. 521.96. That is a screaming deal. If you're an intermediate skier and you're looking to advance, this ski carves well. It can be perfectly comfortable off trail. That has got to be the best value here. Oh, Black Crows. I just haven't skied those OVA Freebirds, but that is a good price. The only thing I will say is if you're looking at some of these bundles too, sometimes you can suggest a better deal with Ski Essentials because they do install the bindings at no extra charge. But let's just go off of what we know. Okay, so right now you can get an Atomic Maverick 83 with bindings for $439.96. If you're looking for a powder ski, you could get a Blizzard Rustler 11 for $384.99. But I think if I'm just like trying to make a build out for somebody, I'm going to go with the Rossignol Experience 86 because I have skied it and it has marker bindings. You're getting the bindings with it for $521. Yes, that is $321 more, but it's a much better ski. It's a much better value. It's new. The top sheet isn't delamming. This is a better deal than whatever that guy was suggesting. Okay, so next we need boots. All right, now let's find a ski boot. Yes, it's not going to be $75. It's probably going to be more like $300, but I think we can find some pretty good deals. Oh, they sell my ski boot for $419. I should just buy a second pair and hang on to them. Okay, let's look. There's some really good deals on women's boots. Oh, you could get a touring boot for $284.99. Yeah, that's probably what I would go with, honestly. I don't love recommending touring boots to intermediates because you're not really going to use it. Okay, if you're a women's boot, you could get an Ultra 85 for $184.49. If you're an intermediate skier, this is what I would get. An Atomic Hawks Ultra 110S for $239.99. Now they only have that one size. Okay, for the boots, the best deal I found was $284.99. Again, a couple $100 more, but I think that if you're looking for a decent deal, you've got the Atomic Hawx Prime XTD 110. I don't typically recommend touring boots, so if you can avoid that and you need to avoid it, do it. But if you're just an intermediate skier and you're okay with the touring boot, it's not gonna and it fits you well, I'm gonna count that as a good deal. Just whatever you're doing, just buy last year's boot. As far back as you can go without it being kind of ridiculous, because usually they don't change boots that long. Research and development for boots takes a long time, so you can find some pretty good deals. So, okay, we've got boots covered. Okay, we've got boots and skis covered. We are at $806.95. I'm gonna try to get this whole setup for under $1,500, I think. Let's do ski jackets. All right, the Patagonia, I can put you in a nice ski jacket. I can put you in a Patagonia insulated Powdertown jacket in the red for $139 double XL. Got room for layering. I mean, they run a little bit small. Perfect. We got a jacket for $140. Yes, that's not cheap, but if you're gonna ski, this will last you for years and years. And if you send it back to Patagonia, they'll repair it. So we got that down. That was a great one. All right, for ski mittens, I'm gonna give you two options. If you're gonna splurge, get the Gordini Polar Mittens. You can get those for $38.99. Gordini is a legitimate brand. These will be warm. You can get them in a kind of gold color. Yeah, that's $38.99 if you're gonna splurge. If you're gonna go really cheap and your hands stay warm, here's what I would recommend. You could also get the Fly Low Tough Guy gloves, but I kind of hate those. Burton Heavyweight Quilted Mittens. Those are pretty good. Look at this. You can get a 686 primer mitten. Here's what I would probably honestly buy myself. I would go out and buy the Burton Profile Mittens. You can get this in whatever, you got like 3 different colors to choose from. I would probably get these. I had a pair of these when I was a snowboarder. Get them in whatever size you need. $34.96. That's what I would get. They're nice mittens. They're gonna have room for hand warmers. They're gonna keep your fingers warm. That is the best deal. And I really like those big open mittens. They've also got a skirt that can go over your jacket so it can kind of keep the powder out of your wrists. That's a good deal. That's what I'm gonna add. What do we have left? Now we just have what? Helmet and goggles. All right, let's do it. I will say, if you really wanted to save money, you could do this at Costco. I see these helmets, especially this time of year, for like 30 bucks, goggles for 20 bucks. There's some good deals, but let's find it all in one place. Okay, shopping for goggles, there's plenty of options. You could spend hours and hours looking for goggles. I know Electric used to be kind of a good budget brand. I don't love Smith, but you can find decent stuff there. I know some people swear by it. I've just had bad luck. In the summer, I've gotten POC goggles even for very discounted prices, like 50 to 75 bucks. But what I found here is the Dragon X Evo DXT OTG goggles. They've got that mirror on them. They look like a decent lens. I haven't tried these personally, so take it with a grain of salt, but Dragon is a perfectly legitimate brand. And for $33.99, these are cheaper than those other goggles and they look better. All right, lastly is the helmet. Now, there are a lot of cheaper helmets. I saw some in weird sizes for like $36. You can find decent helmets everywhere. I've seen spy ones at Costco for $30, but I'm gonna make a recommendation on what I would buy. I would not buy a cheap helmet. I know that that's a really easy way to save money, but it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like walking away from an accident that's really bad, that is worth more than any like 70 bucks I'm gonna save on a budget build. So for me, this is a crucial piece that I'm not gonna skimp on. I did find a good deal. I found the POC Fornix MIPS helmet. I like MIPS because it's gonna prevent brain rotation, so I would not put a family member in anything besides POC MIPS. I would not put myself in a different helmet, so this is what I would buy. You can get extra small, small, or extra large double XL, which is good for me because I have a big head. I've got the Garnet Red Matte. Sure, it'll match the jacket. Add to cart. It's $100.99 on sale, about 50% off. That's a good deal. So that covers everything. I would get base layers, but just get the 32 degrees from Costco. I don't know, I'm not gonna add base layers because he skipped it, but you could add an extra $140. So, got Rossignol Experience 86 Basalt Atomic Hawx Prime XTD 110. I've got the Patagonia Insulated Powdertown jacket. I've got the Burton Profile Mittens. I've got the Dragon X Evo. And I've got the POC Fornix MIPS helmet for a total of $1,116.88. Yes, that is more than double what this guy spent. But this is gear that will last you more than one season, and this is gear that you would actually use for 3 to 5 years. The stuff he got isn't going to barely make it through the winter. Did you see those skis? They were crumbling. They're crumbling in his hand. Yes, this is more, but it's not that much more. And if you're an intermediate skier, this would totally serve you. I think this is a great kit. I think this is a great setup. And I think getting out the door with all of this stuff for $1,100 with bindings and everything, maybe add an extra $60 in case you have to get them mounted, but you're still under $1,200. I think this is phenomenal. Yeah, you got the Rossignol Experience with bindings for $521.96. Last year's ski, I don't think it's even changed for 2024. You got the Atomic Hawks Prime for $284.99. You got the Patagonia Powdertown jacket for $139. You got the Burton Profile mittens for $34.96. I've owned a pair of those and loved them. And you got the Dragon X Evo OTG goggles for $33.99. I think these are cheaper than the ones he had, and they're new, and they're a reputable brand. And you got the Pox Fornix MIPS helmet. It's very important. You don't want your brain to rotate inside your skull. There's real technology that prevents that. So absolutely, go for that Pox Fornix MIPS helmet for $100.99. This video has been very long. Your total will be $1,116. Round up to $1,200 to get the bindings mounted. But I know it seems like a lot, but that's a budget build. And if you consider that this build will last you 3 to 4 times what the previous guy did in his Instagram video, it's an overall better value. So that's what I would recommend for it, and that's for an intermediate ski. That's way more ski than what that guy had to set up. It's way better boots. It's got touring options. That's my build. I'm very proud of it, and I will link it down below. So if you found anything there that you liked or thought was a good budget build, you can support the channel and buy it yourself easily. Oh, and of course I forgot the socks. The socks he had were about $30. I'm gonna pick up the Smartwool full cushion women's in a large because I am a women's large or men's medium, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can just take the chart and do 1.5 difference between men and women. Or usually their chart has it. So you can get these, let's see. You can get these Smartwool Athlete Edition Backcountry socks for $17.99. I'm gonna add those to the cart as well. And honestly, I like Smartwool socks the best. I've never found anything better. I remember when I was working at the Liggety Weibrecht camp, Andrew Weibrecht, I asked him, oh, do you use Eurosock? Do you use the US Ski Team socks? And he goes, no, I just use the plain black Smartwool. Nobody uses those. I'm just looking for like the most responsive sock. So, I mean, you get a thicker sock because it'll keep you warm and everything. That's for like a race boot. But that brings my grand total now to $1,134.87. Tack on $60 at your local REI to get them mounted, and you are at $1,194.87. Under $1,200. This is my $1,200 budget build. I'll put links down below to help you out, and you can make that build yourself. So anyway, that's the end of the video. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps my channel out a lot. If you want to support the channel, you can actually become a member, and that's a few dollars a month, but it helps support the channel long term. But as always, just more than anything, thank you for taking the time to watch. Thanks for being here. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.